Hey there, all you ladies and gentlemen out there on the internet, all you Sega heads, all you beautiful, wonderful ladies and gentlemen, and all it's like over Sonic Unleashed for the Wii. How's it going? Welcome to my little surprise video that nobody out there ever saw coming, because this game is very special to me. That's why I'm making this video. Today is November 18th, I think that's right, or it's the 17th. It's one of those 2 days. 2018, the day Sonic Unleashed came out 10 years ago in 2008. That's right. This game means a lot to me, and it's not the best Sonic game in the world or anything like that. It's a very polarizing Sonic game. There's people out there who played it who love it, hate it, they're in the middle. I'm more of in the middle. I don't hate the werehog part or the daytime part. There's parts of the game in general I just don't like, and there's a lot of it I do like. Depending on which version you play, because you can debate this version's more like the Wii version, the more watered down version is more, you know, fixed in terms of gameplay elements. It's not. It doesn't feel in the HD version. It feels a little bit more loosey-goosey, a little bit more crazy with controlling at times. But you know, at the end of the day, over the years of playing this game, I've actually grown. This version's grown on me a little bit more. I used to love the Wii version a little bit more, but not now. You know, obviously. But anyways, I'll get more to that later. First of all, I want to talk about why this game is so important. So let's go back. Let's turn back the clock of my life to when I was 14 years old, it would be, or 13. I was 13 going on 14, whatever it was. And I saw teasers for this game, and I was excited about it. And I remember being like, oh my god, Supersonic, he's in the intro cutscene in this game. So I was thinking maybe Hypersonic will come back. Now for years, and forever, even up until when Sonic Mania came out, I've always wanted in Hypersonic to come back from Sonic 3. Yeah, ever since I knew about him, I've wanted Hypersonic to return in the Sonic series. And the Sonic game director, Takashi Iizuka, basically stated that Hypersonic is never going to return, and Sonic Mania also made that very obvious with the story element to the game. And I'm like, that's fine, you know, Hypersonic's not that big of a deal anymore. Just like I saw Sonic Adventure 3, same thing, it's not a big deal anymore. Like Sonic, he's in a good spot, you know, he just got Sonic Mania, you know, there's that goofy Sonic movie coming out, but maybe it'll be a it's so bad it's good kind of film, who knows. With the way it's going, who knows. Or might surprise us, maybe it'll be a really good movie, I have no idea. I don't think it will be, but we'll see. And Sonic Forces was at least okay, but not too memorable. And I made a whole video on that on my Facebook account. But yeah, Sonic Forces, nah, it wasn't the worst game ever though. At least it wasn't the worst Sonic game. But today I'm talking about Sonic Unleashed and why it's special to me. And it is incredibly special to me. Everything about it. I fell in love with this game when I first saw it, and I got to see it before it came out because this is one of the first games that I was able to see it off the internet. I would watch footage of it when it came out off the internet, off YouTube, and people got early access to the game or they got early copies of it or something. They're able to upload footage of it, or maybe different regions like in Japan and Europe before it came out in America. They're able to capture footage, and I saw this version of the game. People playing this version, I'm like, oh, this game looks great. And I got this version, it didn't look anything like it. I was like, oh, the Wii version looks so much different. And then I learned about hardware and specs and software and development. I'm like, okay, so that's why the Wii version is so bad, or not bad, but yeah, bad I guess in a way compared to this version because it's on a weaker hardware, and it's just like, all right, I totally get it. That's fine. Here's why games like Oblivion, Assassin's Creed were not on the Wii. I also find out that's why too. And through Sonic Unleashed. Now, a few months, or a month actually, before Sonic Unleashed came out, I met someone very special to me. Or was it too much before? My very best friend in the whole wide world, Tony. Tony Kindy. If I remember to, I'll put a picture of him right here. A photograph of what he looks like. If I remember to. But Tony and I, we go way back. We're still friends today. It's a little bit difficult to see him every now and then, but we always try to hang out whenever we can. And he's a good kid, and he's a good friend. He's actually a bit older than me. He's like a whole year older than me. I'm 24. He'd be 25. I think he's 25 now, actually. Yeah, I think he is. Yep, he's 25. Yeah, no, he is. Yep, I'm sure he is. Yeah, I'm positive. I'm 100% positive. His birthday was just a couple weeks ago. So yep, years ago. But yeah, he's a good kid, and he was like the first person I've ever met that I could hang out with locally, like get to see him because he lived relatively really close to me, not that bad. We went to the same school too, not that long after that. I actually met him through a church group, but he was like the first person around my age who was like in my area who liked Sonic the Hedgehog, just like I did. He liked Sonic just like me, and not that many people in my area gave a shit about Sonic or grew up with Sonic or had some kind of experience, like life experience with Sonic. They got to play all those games growing up, all that sort of thing. Watch the shows. No one, or read the comics. No one gave a shit. But he did. He was into it. Not as much as me, obviously, because I was more into it. But that's basically what bonded us. And he got me into Halo, and I love Halo because ever since, and we just grew. As we were boys, now we're men, and we just have more of a mature friendship now as adults, and we're still the same old people who knew each other. Though, I mean, he's my best friend. Like I can't stress that enough. He's just a good kid, and yeah, I love Sonic Unleashed, and it did bring us together. We always talked about it, always made jokes about it. We were able to help each other out with the game a little bit. In certain sections, he played it differently than I did. I played this version the most because the Xbox 360 wasn't really my console growing up. It was my older brother's. I had to share his Xbox with him for most of the time, and eventually my dad got me my own Xbox 360, which I'm very thankful he did. But the Wii was mine and my sister's, but she fell off that train a long time ago. My sister doesn't even play video games. As far as I know, she doesn't even play. No, I think she plays like some niche PC games, like online stuff. But I'm not sure. But I have this. This is my first true next-gen Sonic game besides Sonic 06, which oh my god, Sonic 06, man, I was so sad when that came out because I didn't want to believe that game was bad. I may have told this. I think I told the story in my Sonic Mania video, but I don't know for sure. But when Sonic 06 was being announced and teased and developed, and trailers were all over the place, and it looked awesome. I saw reviews of it and stuff, and I just couldn't believe it. I was like, no way, this game is gonna be exciting. And so I rented it from Blockbuster in 2006. I came home with a rental copy, and I played the crap out of it. And I was like, oh my god, this game is what's going on here? Like there's things that just kind of threw me off. Like I was immediately pulled into the game. Like, yeah, I was getting all hyped up. Played, ran around a little bit. I met with Tails, things seemed okay. Load times were kind of irritating, but it was whatever. And then we got to the first level, and it was like, okay. And I think I died like a few times. I was like, what the fuck? And it just from there on out, the truth unfolded itself right in front of my face, very quickly. So that's kind of sad, but that's how it happened. So there's not too much else I think I should add to this video. I don't know. I really like a lot about Sonic Unleashed. I love its story a lot. This is, to me, besides maybe Sonic Mania. Maybe Sonic Mania. To me, this is the last Sonic game with an actual story. This is like the last good Sonic game story to me. And I really mean that. This is the last Sonic game with a decent story that made you feel, that gave you some kind of emotional connection. Yeah, Sonic Colors Lost World, no, they're not that good. You just don't remember them, and there's nothing that was really in those stories that really mattered. It was just kind of like, okay, go and do the thing, stop Eggman, stop the bad guy, that's it. They kind of treat it like Mario, it's like, there's no depth. Or like a 2D, like a new Super Mario Brothers game. One of the new Super Mario Brothers games. They have no story, and that's exactly how Colors of Lost World is kind of designed. There's just nothing, there's no depth there. Not like Galaxy or Odyssey or Sunshine. Those games have story. Those Mario games have depth. Those games have a feel to them, some kind of connection. They have charm, all that stuff with the story. But the new Super Mario Brothers games, they don't. So in Sonic Colors and Lost World, and even in Generations a little bit, which is kind of sad. Yeah, Generations has a lot of really good fan service and a lot of love letters to Sonic fans like me and people who play the games over the years. But its story has a couple of charming bits to it. And by the way, if you're hearing random sounds in the background, I'm sorry about that because don't worry about it. I live with my wife obviously, and that's my computer if you heard that too, or her laptop. I'm not sure, but don't worry about it. There's just random shit going on. It's gonna be in a few videos probably, but it's fine. I'm just saying that. I know it doesn't matter. But there's other people in the house, so I'm gonna say sometimes. So sometimes there are. I'm not sure if I'll be home alone making one of these or not. But anyways, right now, all I know is that Sonic Unleashed, the story. That's right. Yep, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, I fell in love with it. I don't hate anything about the story. It's music, it's atmosphere, it's the connection with Sonic and his new friend / character Chip. Or like Gaia, and I like Chip, I do. I know there's some people out there who play this game who hate the character, who thought he was irritating or whatever, but he has so much charm and humor. He's cute and he's fine. I don't have a problem with this guy. I don't think I've ever hated Chip. Never. I may have been like, oh, he does kind of suck, but he doesn't. I don't know what people have this problem with this little guy. He's cute, but yeah, It's a very, man, it makes me cry just thinking about that ending. It's so sad how it ends, and I'm like, I'm always like, are they gonna bring him back? Is he ever gonna come back? What about Professor Pickle? He's like a character who just lives in the Sonic world. Can he please come back in the game? Like, that'd be nice to see him come up and help Tails with something. You know, he's kind of like Tails' like mentor a little bit. Not really, but you know, he was like his scientific, you know, his scientific friend more so than a mentor. Yeah, more, I would say that. Yeah, there's not much else I want to say about this game. Happy 10 year anniversary, Sonic Unleashed. You know, here's to being what you are, and I'm still hoping you get a PC release. You probably won't. Sonic fans joke about that all the time. Some of them are serious though. I would love to see that. A PC release of Sonic Colors would be nice also. I know I'm not the biggest fan of that game, but it was a very important game to me when it first came out. Sonic Colors was pretty special too. When it first came out, I was like, yeah, this game is revolutionary for Sonic. At the time it was. What I mean by that is that Sonic Colors was like the first true Renaissance Sonic the Hedgehog game. Or like next, you know, very like the first true, very good, like limited flawed, I would say, Sonic game. Like it had this much flaws, like this much. At the time, you know, it's like one of those things where it's like, okay, yeah, it was cool. Like, you know, when it first came up, and the people like saw like some new flaws, so they're like, oh, there's too much 2D. You know, oh, you know, some of the controls at times feels like, you know, like you're kind of limited to what you can do in the game. You know, stuff like that. But like while you're playing, when you first got it, you're like, this game is generally good. With a game like Sonic Unleashed, you can tell instantly where the flaws are and where the problems are, and that's okay. This feels like the first of its kind, and it kind of is. This is the first game that uses the Hedgehog engine, or the Hedgehog Goose engine, whatever you want to call it, which the Sonic game series uses now. Granted, I would love to see the Sonic Adventure gameplay come back, but no Sonic Adventure 3, just Sonic Adventure Spirit. You know, like a spiritual successor to Sonic Adventure. Again, I swear I said that in my Mania video. I swear I did. Sega, Sonic Team, if you're watching this, hey, take notes. Takashi Iizuka, take notes. Seriously, please do. Christian Whitehead, take notes. I know he wants to do that. Christian Whitehead said he wants to make a 3D Sonic game, so he might do one with Sonic Adventure gameplay style, or Sonic Adventure game, with that kind of game style. And I would love to see that. That'd be fantastic. Because I don't hate the boost to win formula, but give it a break. Like it's had its time. Like it's been in like 5 games now. It's like, oh my god, and they got it right with Sonic Generations. I feel like with Sonic Generations, it's perfect. And you don't even have to use it. Like I feel like in Sonic Unleashed, there's sections in the levels where it's like you have to use boosts here and here. But in Generations, or that's not Generations, but in Generations, there's some. I swear to God, you barely even have to use a boost. The boost is like, hey, if you want to use it, but try playing. If you haven't done this yet, play Sonic Generations if you own a PS3, Xbox 360, PC, whatever, or Xbox One, or I think PS4 Stream. I think that's what it is. But anyways, if you own it, I'm not talking about the 3DS version. If you own like the console version of Sonic Generations, try playing it without boosting as Mario and Sonic, any of the levels, and I can guarantee you'll be able to beat the stage without boosting even once. I can guarantee you. I've done it a few times already. You probably won't get that good of a rank, but it is possible. That's what I'm saying. I'm not sure if it's possible with Sonic Unleashed for Colors. I don't think it is, but that's just me. So hey, Sonic Colors, Sonic Unleashed. You are a lovely little video game. It's talking about you. Love everything about you. I think this is also one of the last Sonic games when the final boss, you know, it stopped. It was in Egg, and people were sick of the final boss not being Eggman anymore, and I'm like, I totally get it, but I would actually kind of like to see that come back. You know, like, you know, the Monster of the Week come back at least once or twice. Well, that's kind of what they did with Sonic Forces. They kind of mixed the two together. You know, I mean, that final boss of Sonic Forces definitely had an epic scale, but it was niche, like the rest of the game is, you know, kind of. And in Colors, they did the same thing. They just mixed the two together, which is like, all right. And same thing with Generations. Yeah, they did. So, yeah. Anyways, that's it. That's really it. I have nothing else to say about this game. Yeah. You know, if it does get released on PC, I hope that the gameplay elements get tweaked a little bit, like you know, just tweaked just a little bit more, just be refined, so the game feels, you know, spot on. Give it like Generations' engine. Yeah, like Sonic gameplay. You know, there's a Sonic Generations Unleashed project. If you have it on PC, you can play. You can replay all the Sonic Unleashed stages of this version. Not this version, obviously. The HD version has more to it too. There's Empire City, and I don't think what was it called, the island level. It was called like Adabat or something. I think, I don't know. It was one of the last levels of the game. daytime. I don't think it's in the Wii version. I don't think it is. It's the daytime Sonic stage, basically. And hey, yeah, what do you think about the Werehog? I don't really care because the Werehog came and went. Like, who cares? Like, the Werehog was just a one-time thing. Like, there's no reason to even make a whole argument about that. Like, I remember everybody freaked out about the Werehog when it first came out. I did too. I was kind of like, okay, this is fine. You know, I didn't really mind it. And he just came and went. That was it. Just like the Wisps, just like Chip, which is sad. Just like, you know, what 06 was trying to be. It came and went. Just came and went. Not a big deal. You know, just like Shadow the Hedgehog, came and went. Came and went. I don't think it's gonna happen with Sonic Mania. I think with Sonic Mania we're definitely gonna get a sequel, and you know, that sort of thing. And that's cool. What's cool about Sonic is that Sonic always tries new things. You know, Sonic's not afraid. Sonic does not play it safe. Sonic kind of did for a little while, but then Sega and Sonic team realized, fuck that. We're gonna go back to trying new shit. I feel like with Colors and Lost World, they played safe, and then. You know, because Lost World was supposed to be Colors the sequel, and it's like, okay, but then they were like, no. You know, then they were like with Forces and Mania, they were like, yeah, you know, we're doing our, you know, they kind of went back with Mania, obviously, because, you know, that was, you know, a sequel to Sonic 3, or whatever, but yeah. Alright, that's it. I was expecting this video to be a little bit longer than it turned out to be. I'm sure it's going to be like at least 15 minutes. I think it's like half an hour long, actually. I have no idea how long it's been, but I'm just running my mouth like crazy, so. Yeah, that's it. Happy 10-year anniversary against Sonic Unleashed. You know, here's to still being you. I'm still gonna play ya, enjoy ya. You know, yeah. I don't know what else to say. I don't know. Obviously, I will review this game one day. You know, years from now, probably. Not even anywhere near close. Maybe for its 5th or 20th anniversary, I will. No, I'm kidding. Or 15th or 20th anniversary. But yeah, I can't believe it's been fucking 10 years. I mostly made this video for this one specific Sonic game because it's special to me because of my best friend Tony. This was like the last Sonic game he really played. He never got into. He stopped like really caring about Sonic or playing his newer games. This was it, and this is like this is also the first Sonic game that. You know, it was current, and I just had this new friend in my life who was like, you know, pretty much my best friend. He is my best friend, and it came out only a month after we like knew each other, and I forgot completely how I got Sonic Unleashed. I have no idea how I got these games when I first got them. You know, I've sold all my childhood stuff, but when I first got these games, I have no idea how I got them. I have no idea. I have no idea where the Wii version came from or the 360 version. I'm assuming I got it with our Wii, this version right here, because we got our Wii a year or two after it came out, I think, or maybe we got it in 2006. I don't know when we got the Nintendo Wii. Well, I know for a fact I never had Sonic and Secret Rings, and I'm glad I didn't because that game really sucks. I don't like Secret Rings. Secret Rings is not good. I don't like it. It's one of my least favorite Sonic games. I barely even think about that game. I just hate it so much. I really do. Truth be told. And Black Knight is also freaking full, but I have Black Knight. I kind of liked it, but it was way too fucking easy, you know. That's it, guys. So, yeah. Go on up, boot up your Xbox, PS3, Wii, PS2, whichever version you have, and play some little Sonic Unleashed. That's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed my 10-year anniversary video of Sonic Unleashed. I scared my dog a little bit. My dog was sleeping, and I did that. She went, I'm sorry, I know you guys didn't see that. I'm sorry, Lulu. He's right here. Look at her. She's like, I'm just sleeping. I'm just minding my own business as a makeup video. Oh boy. All right, guys. That's. Yeah, I'm sorry, Lucy. I mean to scare you. I mean to scare you, Lulu. I mean to scare you. Oh, Lulu. Oh, Lulu, come here. She's like, oh, fuck you. I don't want to. Whoa, hey. Lucy. It's just our neighbors, Lucy. It's just our neighbors. It's just our neighbors. It's just our neighbors, Papa. It's just our neighbors. It's just our neighbors. It's just our neighbors. I'm working across the road. It's just our neighbors. All right, guys. Go kiss a dog. Go play Sonic. Have a good one. Take care. Goodbye. Peace out. Thank you for watching.